Alright, hello everyone, thank you for joining me on today's tutorial for the Fatal Z maze. So, we'll start with pretty much the basics. You're going to fly over, drive over, whatever the case may be, if you have armor to handle the maze. I do in fact have the armor to handle the maze, and I have already flown over to the maze, and I have yet to claim the maze or to call an admin over. So before I do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and put my shirt on the mannequin, and just so nobody knows it's there, I'll close it. Then I'll come back up here and I'll go ahead and start medding. What you just seen me take there was energy pills. Next I take the CBD relief balm, and then after that I'll take an EpiPen, and then I'll talk to the admins and try to get them over if they're not too busy. Alright, so now I'll type in chat, claim maze, or mazer, that works too, I guess. And then I'll kindly ask for an admin's help. So now to begin the maze, you want to pull your gun out, make sure you have full capacity on your mag, and then drop in the hole. Then you want to begin shooting. Me, I pull more than just the two first robots. I go ahead and grab the other three down this hall because it's extra revenue. Then I dodge and weave the robots and weave my way back out to the main hall. And that's the hole you drop from. And then I come down this blue road here, and that guy's used to being trained down here, obviously, because he's already here waiting on me. So he's going to be too close, and I knew that, so we'll just keep training him through this hall. Where the other guys went is beyond me, and because he came out of that, we're going to take a right, go down this hall right here, turn around. These guys do not like being trained. For some reason, they just are not very good at following directions. So we'll go down this hall again, turn around and start firing, and he's getting too close, so we stop and move. And then we take off running. And turn right. This is essentially what you do with the robots. The robots do take a lot of damage to put down, and it don't take a lot of damage for them to knock you out. So now I get to take me a little siesta. And wait. And you can literally do nothing while you're taking your nap. Can't even call your mommy for help. So you're just stuck here until you come back to. Normally you'll have a cut. If you have a cut, you're going to want a bandage. Now you have to be careful with these robots because they don't like to run away. They like to sit and wait. I'll be using a bandage in just a second. Yep, I'm gonna wait. So you see my health down there in the bottom left hand side is down to 91 off of just that one hit. My blood is fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and look for these guys. And there's one right there, so we'll take advantage of this and just laser him until he dies. Or miss 90% of my shots and go to sleep again. Now you can take this time to think about where you went wrong. And wake up with a new outlook on life and try again. Blood is at 3,500, and I like to keep it around 4,500 when I run the maze, because if you get below 2,500 blood, you die. Try to keep my blood up as much as possible. If you want to move faster, you can put your gun up. Create a little bit more of a separation between you and the robots. A lot of repetition. So I'll probably skip through a lot of this tutorial, leaving in the valuable parts, because as you can tell, I like taking naps on the job. Our health is good. Make sure we still have that little pill icon down in the bottom left hand corner, and we'll continue on to the next stage. This is the main entry point. Where you dropped in's right there. So this is the blue brick road. We'll follow this all the way down to the end of the hall and turn right when we're ready to move on. And then I go through here and I turn left, and then I turn right, and then I turn right again, and then right here is going to be blue bears. I aim for the head on these as much as possible because they are pretty tanky. Not really any I haven't really found any actual markers to help me navigate my way through this portion of the maze other than the triggers themselves. So remembering where the trigger started is the best way to go about it. So this is where the trigger started, and I'm going down the hall. And I'm going to turn right and stay right to the blue brick road, and then turn left and stay to the left following the blue brick road. And then I'm going to turn around here because it activated the bears, and again aiming for the head because it's the quickest way to down the bears. So that's where the trigger was, and from here we'll go this way. So here's where the trigger was, and here's where we're going. So from here, continue straight using this as a pinpoint here, which is just a darker column, I guess you would say. And then just run through here, following this to the right mostly. And then this is where I kind of start stuttering a little bit because I start to get lost. But we'll keep following this until we go right here. And you'll have 3 of the same bears. You take your time so you don't get lost, so you don't get hurt, so you don't die. We'll continue on our quest for the boss. So I'm going to turn right here at the blue brick road and go straight through the darker column here. We're going to turn left here. And there should be a bear spawn here, yep. And these are the bears that tell me that I'm really close to the boss. So remember that the spawn for this trigger was here. So for now, we're going to go straight here, back to the blue brick road you see here. And then around these darker columns here. And then there will also be, and then turn right here. And then this right here is a reference point that I like to use that tells me that I'm even closer to the boss, and that's this one that says I'm lost. Now I have seen a couple of these ones around the maze as well, but this is the one that I've seen that is the most visible. So I'll turn left right here and go left here, and that's the boss area right there. So we're going to go around this wall, stay really close to the wall, and here's where you would stop and remed, and then I'll walk forward and it's going to spawn 2 big blue bears and the boss. So the boss has a pretty good knockback, but these are the 50 million health bears, so you want to aim for the head as much as possible because they have 50 million health per body part. Now if you're a duo, you're going to want to stay here and laser together as much as possible before moving, but you guys will want to move in sync, or one of you stay here while the other one runs this way and shoots. So you'll want to pull them with you down here, and then once your teammate reaches here, you'll want to shoot if you're down on the other end and pull the bear and the boss back to you by shooting. So it's just ping-ponging essentially. And that's that. And then the boss will drop a gun, and if he does, it'll be in his inventory here. And you want to check before you go to cut up the boss, because if you cut up the boss and he does have the gun on him, it goes to the void. It does not drop on the ground. Now you want to be careful with your fights, because if you go too far running after you pull a trigger or whatever and you run too far, there's a good chance that you'll hit another trigger and end up with more than you can handle. So here's the boss area. We're going to turn left here, turn another left here, and we're going to follow this to the left until we run into another reference point, which you'll see right now, which is Prime Loves Cock. So now we'll go straight, turn right, go to this back wall here, turn right, turn left, follow this until you see the darker pillars here, and then you'll stay on the left hand side of those darker pillars till you get to the blue brick road and look up, and there's the exit, and that's maze complete. If you wanted to be a nice person, you could just type in chat maze complete to let everyone know that the maze is done, and anyone who wanted to do it after you could run over here and do it themselves. So the next thing you would do is you would pause, tab out, and go over to the Fatal Z Discord, find the channel that says Fatal Z Maze, claim, and you type in there complete solo. But in your case, if you're doing it with a teammate, you would say complete and then at yourself and at whoever did it with you. That's enough for me. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope it really helps you. You guys have a great day. Bye.